Hey guys and gals, Von Baden here with a video for Nightmare Creations. Talking about my buddy here, the Airbus armor. It took a little while to find the right type of cordage to do the stitching in the plates all the way around, and I'll kind of show you a better close-up of that in just a little bit. First, I wanted something that was towards the samurai armor looking, but not exactly accurate to that. And this is what I came up with. So after the previous video I did on the paint job, when the cordage there came in, as I pull stuff off of there, I went and I took and cut a length of it to get my template size of how big the pieces were, because pretty much everything is the same distance from one another. Here's a better close-up, and everything was gonna be pretty much the same length, except for the back compared to the front, because there's a little bit more distance. So after I cut them out, I went through, and initially I tried to go with just a dab of super glue on one end, using toothpicks to kind of push it in and hold it for a second to the foam for it to adhere, which worked to a degree. But then the cordage that I used acted more like a sponge, and it started to adhere to the foam and to the toothpick that I was using. So I 86'd that and went to using hot glue. So each and every one of these is individually glued into place in that crisscross pattern that you see there on all sides. Initially I was only going to do, turn this to where you can see it, from plate to plate, and it looked good, but I thought, after talking with my wife and asking her thoughts, we looked at it with one without and one with the extra on the plate, and decided that that looked a whole lot better. So that required cutting more and individually gluing even more pieces. Once that was done, I went through and I used, that's right, Plat FX. This is the charcoal, or I'm sorry, carbon. Black Plat FX paint is carbon. I use that in the airbrush. I got a new airbrush, which I'm loving. It's got 3 different needles, thickness needles, so you can do a lot of different range of detail compared to coverage and things like that, but that's for a different day. And what I did was I kind of went over and kind of varied the amount of air pressure by pulling the trigger back. You get more paint coming out, coming and going from the armor. And the thought process here, as you can see, these strips look much darker than the rest. The reasoning behind that is this armor is supposed to look like it's been put through the fire and ash and war and grime and grunge and all of that stuff. So these areas would naturally collect more of the grime and gunk and kind of hold it in underneath the stitching and whatnot. Now, I did that also in the back, but if you look, it's a lot lighter than the front. And the reason for that is not because I'm running away from battle where it would get in there, but the fact that the cape is there, which would absorb most of that grime and grunge and yuck. So that is what's been done here. The next video I will be covering the pauldron and the fur that's going to go around armholes to kind of hide the connecting pieces, and I'll cover that in the next video. So, quick video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this is giving you some thoughts of something maybe you might want to do, and give you a little understanding of why I did what I did. I think this is looking pretty good. Very happy with the outcome. So, if this is your first time to the channel and you'd like to see what's coming up next, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see all of you on the very next video. Thanks. Bye.